Boland and Reitman. The description of the app will allow a student to take a ride from a person on a trusted list. The list is controlled by the student's parents or legal guardians. The student and the ride giver can see each other on a GPS map. The student will select a destination, example home or school, from a list controlled by the parent. When the ride giver receives a request, she or he can accept or decline. If accepted, other people will not see the request anymore. The app also calculates the best route to drop off multiple students. I love the description. I'm just waiting to hear more. Your time starts now. Good luck, guys.
Have you ever been in a situation where your parents were too busy to give a ride? Well, thanks to our app, Tag-Along, you don't need to be worried about that anymore. But before we get into further detail, we will start with our presentation. So let's start off with the problem. Environmentally, 61% of CO2 emission comes from light duty vehicles. And what CO2 emission is they are gases that are released from fossil fuels. This means that if 10% of students carpool in the school, then the range of the CO2 emission will range from 56% at minimum to 50% at max. The mean occupancy rate of personal vehicle trips in the U.S. is only 1.6 persons per vehicle mile. Our solution is to promote carpooling, and our app appeals to all drivers and all drivers. And as you see on the pie charts, the freight trucks and buses emit 18% CO2 emission, while aircraft generates 10%. But the biggest portion of the pie are light-duty vehicles, as he said before, which gives out 61% CO2 emission. Now, as you can see on the other one, global carbon CO2 emissions in 1900 it was only about 2,500, but then in 1950 it was about 5,000, and then about 2008 it was about not even double. It was like 6 times the amount in teragrams. The concept tag-along is designed on a network of trust where the riders can trust drivers and the students can request the drivers for rides. If a rider sends a request to the people on the trust list, then the first driver to pick up the ticket will disappear off the list. The app will update every 60 seconds of location of both the driver and the rider's location. This app also makes it very efficient to communicate with each other. Okay, so let's go with request. The rider can request a ride, and this sends out to all the people who has the rider in their trust list. And once they accept, the student can continuously see the position of the driver while trying to pick and order up. The driver has a pending request which the parent can either accept or decline the request. If the driver accepts it, the student will get a location of where the driver is, and the driver will get a location of where the rider is, and then the location will update simultaneously every 60 seconds. So the trust list is controlled by the parent or the driver, and the parent can search by using the search bar for students or riders. Tag-along helps you request rides to people who has you on a trusted list. So first what you want to do is go to register and register a username and password, but I already did that. So once you do that, press register and go back. Type in your username and passcode. So my username is Brian. My passcode is Lynn. You're done and log in. And then after that you have a choice between ride and parent. So let's go to parent first. And what you can do is check requests or go to rider list. So checking requests checks the request and shows you what the rider has requested, and the rider list shows a list of riders that you have so that you can drive. So let's go to rider. request a ride, you can request a ride to all drivers that have you. And then Where's My Ride leads you to a map that shows where the driver is on the map. And back to register, this leads you back to the registration. Suppose I requested a ride, someone's answered, and I want to know who he is. So I go to Where's My Ride, and it leads me to the map. And so this is where I am, and that's where my driver is. So it looks like he's not that far away. And this is tag along. This is how a tag along works, and I hope you will see this useful. You wanna your name Ash? Yeah. So this is the login screen, and so let's say 9. So this is the option of variable parents. Let's choose parents first, and you can check requests. And there's no requests yet. Driver list, and you see there's no driver list. There's no driver on this. So you can. Okay, so insert the users. Let's check out the
Thank you very much for the demo. Next team, number 13, Allied Minds. We have jail group and county law.
I forgot to say so